All right, let's get started for a good little body weight warm-up. So if you are able to sit on your heels in this position, great. If not, take a seated position that's more comfortable for you, standing if you need to. But we're going to start off with some really slow head rotations. So we're going to drop the chin towards the chest and then very slowly rotate the head right ear towards the right shoulder. You should feel this long pulling kind of stretch feeling into the lateral part of the neck. And then rotate all the way back. And then we're going to get the left ear to the left shoulder. And then we've got that same lateral kind of stretch feeling in the neck. We're back to the center. We're going to go back in the opposite direction. Nice and slow. Feeling, again, like you're trying to create that pulling sensation. Once we get back to the center, we're going to do one more in each direction. So it's going to be a total of 2. And then we're just breathing the whole time, being really conscious of moving slow so that we can feel all parts of the neck as we pull the head around. All right, from there, we're just going to get set up into some rocking. So we're going to plant the hands. We're going to be in tabletop. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips, and we're just going to rock back, forward and back, lead back with the hips, lead forward with the shoulders. We're going to try to breathe in and out through the nose, keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And feel free to, as you do these 8 or so rocks, you can always do more, to add in a variation that you like or that feels really good to you. That'll be totally your preference. Then we're going to go right into a kneeling spider lunge. So we're going to bring the right foot outside of the right hand. And then from here, we're going to pick up and rotate open from the opposite side. And then we're going to plant and we're going to alternate left and right. So we're going to rotate away from the foot that is forward. Nice and slow. Trying to get that arm vertical and perpendicular to the floor. We're going to do 4 on each side. One side may have a little bit more movement or mobility than the other. And we just want to make sure that we're working on that if that's the case. After the side, I think we have 1 left on each side. And you can use the arm that's on the ground, the same side that has the foot forward, kind of push into the knee to help to get you in that position. All right, and then from here, we're going to step up into a plank. And I want you to adjust the width of your feet, whether it's really wide or more narrow, depending upon your flexibility. We're going to keep the knees fully extended, walk the hands back to the toes, and then we're going to walk back out to a plank. We're going to hold a 5-second count for a plank, and then walk back in to the toes for the stationary inchworm. So we're going to do 4 inchworms with a 5-second plank between each one. So we have 2 more, walking back out. Remember, trying to keep those knees fully extended with another 5-second plank. And you're going to take the feet as wide as they need to be so that you can get your hands to the ground, keeping the knees from bending. And last 5-second plank. And we're going to walk in one more time. From here, go ahead and adjust the width of your feet so that you can easily switch into bootstrappers. So when their hips are down, the heels are down, elbows are inside the knees. We're trying to have good posture at the bottom. We're going to keep the hands planted and then extend the knees. Drop the hips back down again. And again, you can always do more. I like to think about spending some time in the bottom to open up the hips, spend a little time shifting a little bit even when the knees are extended for the hamstrings, perhaps into behind the knee and the upper calf, depending upon how tight you might be. After 8, we're going to come rest in the bottom. So we're going to keep that really good posture hips down, heels down. And we're just going to push the knees wide with the elbows. I'm going to hold for about 30 seconds. Remembering to breathe the whole time. So I don't want you to hold your breath. And if you can't get into this position keeping the heels down, then I want you to hold on to a door jamb or something that can support your weight, a TRX, a suspension trainer, anything like that, just to really let the hips open up. We're about 5 seconds left. All right, from here, we're just going to come out of this squat to standing. And then we're going to hang out in the bottom of a good morning. So we want to hinge the hips back with a slight bend in the knee. We're going to take the arms overhead, leading with the thumbs. We want the elbows fully extended. And then we're going to start to pull the arms around, leading with the palm. Once we get back here as far as we can, we want to feel like we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, using the triceps to keep the elbows extended. And then lead overhead again with the palms. Nice and controlled. Getting some good movement in the shoulders. 4 or so reps. And then we're going to finish up with some unweighted halos. So I'm just going to have you grab your hand with your other hand. And then we're going to practice breathing. As we inhale back, we're going to bring the elbow up. And then exhale and come forward. And we're going to switch directions on every rep. So we're going to inhale back. Elbow up high, bicep by the ear, and then opposite elbow up high, opposite bicep by the opposite ear, back down in front, paying attention to a really tall standing posture, making sure that we're breathing in on the way back, out as we come forward, and then once we get in our 4 in each direction, shake out the arms. If you feel like you need a little more, go ahead and repeat that again, or add in some things that work for you.